I'm Jimmy Carol Fife. I live in Washington, Oklahoma, but I'm from Dustin, Oklahoma. I grew up in Dustin. And this is my sister Sandy.
Okay. I'm Sandy Fife Wilson, and I live in Morris now. And I'm a retired art teacher, and we've grown up around art all our lives.
And I used to copy cartoons out of the funny papers. And I told my mother that I thought I wanted to start paint Indian art, because we had the five Kiowa artists, and we had their paintings hanging in our house, and so I copied one of those, and I thought I did a pretty good job. And I said, well, she said, why don't you paint something? I asked her what things were in the painting, and she said, well, why don't you paint what you know, your culture? And I said, well, I think the creeks are kind of boring. And she said, well, that's because you live your culture and you don't know the difference.
And I love the shell carving, because it was kind of like etching, because I could use the fine lines to create depth and texture and shading, and I just love that. And so I haven't been drawing a lot or painting, but I have been doing more of the weaving and shell carving, and I also learned the creek basket making from Mary Smith, and so I've just done more of the traditional arts.
I won the Mvskoke Artist, and I got my idea for that painting from watching the war on TV, the Ukrainian war. And one day I saw these old men talking, and one of them stepped up and he said, "This is our homeland, our home." And they didn't want to leave. They didn't want to leave Ukraine. And so I was thinking that was the same thing that happened to us, and the same way that happened to us. And so I just got my idea from that, and to honor the Ukrainians, I put their flag colors in my design.
This is a chetomiko. In the southeastern culture, there's a lot of art that has snakes, rattlesnakes, serpents, different things, and as a subject. And a lot of the stories are about the serpents. And so when I had this black mother of pearl shell, and I polished it up and cut it, well, it was a piece I had, and I cut it, and I just thought that it looked like a serpent. I could do that on there, so I got it all carved and decided it could be more of a wall decoration, interior decoration, than something to be worn once in a while. And this way you could see it all the time. I'm glad that the artists have gotten together, and the talent here and the different mediums it's just outstanding. And I think it could grow into something even better than it is, but I think it's nice.
It might encourage more Mvskoke artists.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of us here, but I think there are a lot more out there.
Yes, and showing off the Mvskoke culture.
Yes.
You can see a lot more in the art about the Mvskoke culture than you did years past. We've been doing trade fairs and different things since I was in,
I think the 1960s.